I received this card in the mail at work, addressed to KETV Channel 7, and me, reporter Michelle Bandur. And I thought, what a nice gesture. So I opened it up, and inside, there's a dollar bill. This is getting good. So I read the message, and it says, Michelle, please accept this gift and use it wisely. Okay, who doesn't like getting money in the mail? There's more. 50 cents for those bags under your eyes, and 50 cents for your big, fat nose. You need the help of a viewer. I mean, as television journalists, we get all kinds of feedback from viewers. They like to tell us how to do our hair, what we should wear, how to report the news. But it's usually in person or through email or social media, and we know who it is who's criticizing us. But this was different. Somebody took the time to put a stamp on the envelope, address it, drop it in the mail, all to tell me to fix my big, fat nose. Who does that? Suddenly, I was back in 6th grade when I would hear these hurtful words to my face, when the kids would make fun of me for how I looked. I was ashamed of my nose. I hated my nose. I couldn't wait to grow up, get a job, save my money, and fix it. I would dream of the time when I would have this beautiful, perfect, skinny nose instead of this ugly blob on my face. But my plans for plastic surgery quickly changed when I landed that first television reporter job, because if you know anything about journalists, we don't do this for the money. It's true. But you could say I had a nose for news. Working at more than a dozen television stations across the country, here I am, decades later, still on television, still with my big fat nose. So why was I in my boss's office in tears over this bully's note? Why did I let this take me back to a time when I wanted to change who I was? Do you ever do that? Give someone all the power? Let their words affect you? I did. But I grew up and I learned to love my nose and love everything about myself. Because this stranger, they not only insulted me, they insulted my heritage. And when I look in the mirror, I see my father. My Polish father, World War II Navy vet, hardworking family man who has a daddy's little girl who loves him deeply. So again, why was I letting this stranger take me back to a time when I wanted to change things about me, when I was ashamed of who I was? I mean, I'm crying over this note, and I'm an Iron Man. Does anybody here know what an Iron Man is? Raise both hands if you've done one. Well, okay, so if you don't know what an Ironman is, it's the mother of all triathlons. You swim 2.4 miles, and then you ride your bike 112 miles. And then after that, you run a marathon, 26.2 miles, all in one day. For my journalist friends who can't add, that's 140.6 miles. So I'm crying over this bully's note when I've done that not only once, but 6 times. With my big fat nose. So back to the time when I was dreaming about these nose jobs when I was 12 or 13, me and my, were watching television, and I saw something that blew my mind. It was so incredible. Turns out I was watching the Ironman World Championships in Kona, Hawaii, and I was mesmerized. And I thought, I'm going to do that one day. I was never really a stellar athlete, didn't make the school team, but I thought, I'm going to do that. And to be honest, I really don't like running. It really hurts. So why do I do it? Well, because I can. I don't have to, I want to. Because of all those months of training and the sacrifices that you make by missing out on family time or time with friends, special occasions, just life in general. When you're out there struggling in the 90-degree heat or the wind or the rain and the cold, and you're struggling physically, mentally, emotionally, and your body says, just quit, the pain will go away. But you don't. You find that inner strength to keep going so you can get to that finish line. There's no place on earth like an Ironman finish line. And when you get there, I feel alive, completely and totally alive. It's the best high in the world, big fat nose and all. And those challenges that you face all day, struggling during an Ironman race, are the same challenges that we face every day in life. The question is, how do you react? So, if I can do an Ironman, I can face whatever challenges life hands me, like a bully's note. Back to the newsroom and in my boss's office, her advice was, take that dollar bill, go to church, light a candle, and pray for the SOB. True story. So I went back to my desk, and I still had that pit in my stomach that 12-year-old Michelle used to get when she would be called those names and be made fun of for her nose. And I wiped away the tears, and I looked at this, and I thought, this is an opportunity. I could have taken that dollar and bought a soda. 50 cents for eye cream, though, and a new nose. Seriously, what were they thinking? What would you do with the dollar? Well, this coward's intention was to hurt me, but I wanted to take all that hurt and turn it into something good. So I thought, well, why not share my passion for triathlon with girls? Empower girls, the sport of triathlon. Girls who may be struggling too because they hate their nose or their hair, or their smile, or their skin, or their body. Girls who are at an age where a large percentage of them actually drop out of any physical activity because they're not good enough for the school team either, or their parents can't afford all those club sports. So you know what I did? I asked people for more dollars. And this mean-spirited note turned into thousands of generous dollars, all to help girls believe in themselves. We invited girls who didn't know how to swim, or girls who were too embarrassed because at the age of 10 they didn't know how to ride a bike, or girls who really didn't like running so much, like me. We asked them to show up every Thursday night for practice to challenge themselves, to achieve their dreams. And each and every one of those 200 girls who showed up set a goal and made a promise to cross a finish line and do a triathlon by the end of the summer. And all those dollar bills were there to provide the equipment for them to succeed. We gave them bicycles, bike helmets, water bottles, running shoes, swim caps, goggles, swimsuits, food to fuel them, all for free. And over the summer, we noticed something so incredible happening. These girls, with no prompting from any grown-ups, showed up to practice with T-shirts wearing positive messages. T-shirts that said, "Warrior Princess," "Believe in yourself," "Knowledge is my superpower," "Kind is cool." And these girls, they didn't know each other at the beginning of the summer. Ages 8 to 14, from different parts of town, every part of town, different socioeconomic backgrounds, different races, different ethnicities, were all there to cheer each other on and lift each other up so that they could achieve their dreams together. And they did it. There were other Ironmans and members of the community who showed up too because they believed in these girls. They wanted to help them as well, to give them that little push across the finish line. But you know what? They didn't really need any help. These brave girls, they set out to do something they never thought they could do, something that really, many of us have never done. And they know by crossing that finish line, when they're faced with challenges in life too, that they now have the confidence to overcome and master those fears. One day at practice, I got another note and a card, and this one had a personal message too. It says, Michelle, thank you for everything, the number 4. You have brightened my summer from 1 watt to 8,000,000,000,000,000,000,035 watts. You have great ideas and you will go places with them. Triathlon, yay. And she signed it, Rebecca, with a heart. So to the bully who sent me this note, me, Rebecca, and my big fat nose, thank you.